Hey guys, it's Julia, and today we are going to be talking about Doctor Who, Series 9, Episode 4, Before the Flood. Start off by telling you guys I am kind of sick right now, so if you notice the redness on my nose or me blowing my nose or congestion or anything, it's because I'm sick and I've never filmed sick before this, so this is a whole new experience for me. So this episode was another really good episode. All of the episodes of the season so far have seemed very strong to me personally. I like this one a lot. I think I liked it a little bit less than the other one, but it was still a very good episode and well put together and confusing. So the episode starts off with the Doctor talking to the camera, like breaking the third wall, breaking the wall between the audience and the television. Having him talk to you is like a whole different experience. Like, I know they've done it in Classic Who before, but they haven't really done it since then. And having the Doctor talk to us and give us information kind of pulls you in more and it makes you feel more involved. And I thought that was really interesting. I didn't know how I felt about it at the time, but looking back on it, I really enjoyed that element of the show. During the show, there were a couple scenes that vividly, to me, screamed Harry Potter. Like, there was one point when his ghost was saying, "The chamber will open tonight," and I was like, Chamber of Secrets? What? Where's the basilisk? Where's the snake man? He's a basilisk. He's gonna come back. And then also when they went back in time by like 30 minutes or something and they saw their past versions of themselves and the Doctor's like, we can't see each other, and they had to hide behind those tin cans. And it was literally like the exact same scene from The Prisoner of Azkaban where Hermione and Harry go back with her time turner. I was like crying. It was so similar. My friend Sasha had a theory, and he told me this theory the day of the show. And his theory was that the reason why Lund didn't get killed by the ghosts was that he had not seen the writing, the inscription in the spaceship, because Cass wouldn't let him go because she thought it was dangerous. And when he told me that, I'm like, oh my god. How could I have not seen that? Like, that seems like such an obvious thing, but I didn't figure it out, and I don't know if it was just me that didn't figure it out. Let's talk about Clara for a second. Clara in this episode was very aggressive, was very much taking on a leader role since she wasn't with the Doctor for most of the episode. But we also saw in the beginning when she called the Doctor and told him about the ghost and he said that he had to die, we saw her kind of crack a little bit. He told her that she'd have to die and she's like, not with me. You can die with whoever comes after me, not with me. You can't leave me. You've given me another thing to be. Like, you've given me another way to live. When she said that, it was just very powerful in the way that it really shows a different side of Clara. And I personally think it shows partially her grief, because I think she is hurting still so much from Danny, but she hasn't really acknowledged that pain, and just she clings onto the Doctor because he's like the only thing that she feels she has. So when O'Donnell died, I was not down. I was kind of like, why? Why do you always kill the people that love the Doctor? Like, remember Osgood? Osgood's like dead. O'Donnell like loved the Doctor and gone, she gone. And I was like, but O'Donnell would have made such an epic companion. And I'm not alone in thinking this. Everyone's like, O'Donnell would have made such a good companion. And I totally agree, because she was brave, she was a strong woman, she had that like already instilled love for the Doctor, and she was so avid and so ready to go with him and do that. And she would have made such a good companion, but then she died. It makes me so angry. Why do we have to kill her off? She was just such a great character, and I would have loved to have her come back in more episodes, if not to be a companion, just to be another reoccurring character, because she's just so interesting. So there was this scene where Cass and Clara were going out because they had sent Len out there to get the phone that the ghosts had taken because he was the only one who hadn't seen the markings, so he was the only one that was technically safe from being killed. So they went out together, and then of course they get separated because Clara goes off on her own tangent, and then Cass goes off on her own tangent. And Clara, it's so funny. Clara had this moment where she's like, Cass, 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 and then she just stops and she's like, I'm an idiot. And I'm like, yes, she is deaf, so she's not gonna hear you whispering her name. Cass is off on her own, and inevitably a ghost starts following her, and this ghost is dragging this axe, and it's making this like grinding noise against the stone floors. There's a point when you can hear it, and there's a point where it focuses in on Cass's face, and all we can hear is her breathing. So we kind of get an idea of what she's feeling and hearing during this time, which I thought was really interesting. And then how she knelt down on the ground and put her hand on the floor and felt the vibrations of the man and the axe, and just put the images together in her mind and figured out what was happening. I thought that was so cool, the way they showed that. She followed her instinct. She's like, there's someone behind me, and she put her hand on the ground and she figured it out, and she just avoided getting murdered. And I'm like, thank God they didn't murder her, because Cass, if she got murdered after O'Donnell, I would not be down. And the doctor was like, I'm a dead man walking. I'm like, literally. When the doctor knocks Bennett down when he tries to go and get O'Donnell after she's died and they've gone back in time, my brother leans over to me and he just whispers into my ear. He's like, John Cena. And I started laughing so hard. It was so funny. So the Fisher King, the main villain of this story, I feel like he wasn't very threatening because we didn't really see much of him, and he kind of came in late to be the main villain and to be really worried about him. And yes, his costume was very creepy, I think from the waist up, because he was wearing a skirt from the waist down, and I just didn't find that very threatening at all. He was really cool looking, and he had like this weapon that he never used. He just held it at his side, so we never really got to see him in action. And I mean, like when the water broke through the dam, he just kind of stands there like embracing it, like, come to me, my disciples, and just gets washed away. And I just thought that was really funny. But he, like, I feel like we didn't need him per se. I feel like the ghosts would have been fine on their own as a villain instead of having this alien, the Fisher King, along as well, because I thought he was just kind of unnecessary. We end the episode. The doctor explains how time loops played into his plan, and he's explaining it to Clara, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, time loops are crazy. And it's like a circle, it's a circle effect, because everything goes full circle. You obviously see him when he's figuring this out, but you don't really understand it until he's explained it fully. And then he used the Beethoven analogy, which he used at the beginning of the episode, which I think was a very good way to kind of explain it a little bit better, just because I feel like it is a confusing concept, and for some viewers, they might not have understood it as well. So I feel like it was really good to put the Beethoven analogy in there so people could kind of picture it and be like, okay, this makes sense. So overall, once again, I really enjoyed this one. Of course, there are always some flaws, but I haven't had any major complaints about the season thus far. So I love you guys very much, and I will see you guys again for my Who Talk next week. Bye!